My name is Saiteja from ACA. My subject is antennas and wave propagation. The topic is importance of helical antenna. Introduction. The helical antenna. The simplest antenna which are used widely in ultra high frequencies are known as helical antenna. So thus antenna works in VHF and UHF ranges. These antennas are designed with conducting wire in a helical shape. This antenna has some unique characteristics like wide bandwidth, high gain, and circular polarization. The frequency range of this antenna ranges from 30 MHz to 3 GHz. This antenna is used in space communication such as satellite relays and also in radio astronomy, wireless networking, and satellite communications. Construction diagram. This is the helical antenna. It consists of reflector or base, and these are the red in color helical aerial element with central support, and this is spacer or support for helix, and this is a coaxial cable. Working of helical antenna. Helical antenna is an antenna consists of conducting wire wounded in form of a helix. This antenna can operate in one to two principal modes, and the first mode is normal mode, the second mode is axial mode. The normal mode. In these modes, the dimension of helix are small compared with the wavelength. This antenna typically used mobile communication, and this is the normal mode as shown in figure. It can represented as this form. This is the normal mode. Axial mode. In this mode, the helix dimension are at above the wavelength of operation. The antenna that falls under he classes of waveguide antenna and produce true circular polarization. These antenna are best suited for space communication. The mostly the helical antenna is used in space communication, which is very useful and best suited for space communication. So the axial mode and the normal modes is the one of the forms of helical antenna. This is how it works with normal and axial modes, and this is the shape of axial mode. Advantages and disadvantages of helical antenna including the following. Design is very simple as been shown in the figure. The design of the helical antenna is very simple, and the coaxial cable, this reflector and support, and this is very useful for the space communication, and directivity is very high. The directivity of the given helical antenna is very high as we compare to other, and the wide bandwidth, this helical antenna provides us a very wide bandwidth, so it is very useful and advantage for us, and this is circular polarization can be obtained Due to this helix shape, the circular polarization can be obtained by using helical antenna. It can be used at VHF and HF band, very high frequency and high frequency band. This is used for mainly for high range of frequencies like very high and high bands. The robust construction. This is another advantage. It consists of robust construction, and it also when it uses a circular polarized pattern, then it is acceptable through both vertical and horizontal polar antenna types. And this is used for when it uses a circular, it uses for both vertical and horizontal polar, as other antennas cannot act as both vertical and only it's polarized either the vertical or horizontal. By this we can say it very useful, and it is circular polarized pattern, then it acceptable. And the model H617 800 ultra high frequencies is used like this is the helical antenna with base, reflector and the helical shape and the central pole, and this is the supporting has been shown in figure. The disadvantages of helical antenna including the following: its size is large, so occupies more space. Because it is a disadvantage, we cannot use it for every process, but so the process is only used for the satellite, and it's best for the satellites. Even we can't use in our homes for our television, so it is disadvantage, and it occupies more, so it takes very space because it's very effective. The efficiency mainly depends on the number of turns, so because of the number of turns efficiency will be decreases. As the more turns it has more effective, if this less turns is less and decrease efficiency will be decreased. Because of this we need a large number of turns and the many numbers, so that we can easily access and its efficiency is more. As if the size is very small, it is very unuseful to us and the efficiency will be decreased. And basically this is a high cost, we cannot afford it until we useful, and it is mainly used in satellite purpose and very satellite like data relay and weathers. And these are the applications of helical antenna including the followings. Application: a single or array of helical antenna are used for transmitting and receiving very high frequency signals. A single or array of helical antenna used for transmitting and receiving very high. A single used for satellites at earth stations. It used for satellites at earth stations. And helical antennas are used for telemetry links through ballistic missiles. Communication can be established between the moon and the earth. This is the best for the helical antenna. Communication can be established between the moon and earth. Helical antenna are used in many satellites like data relay and weathers, and it is used in for transmitting and receiving very high frequency waves, especially in ionospheric propagation. This antenna is used for transmitting and receiving very high frequency waves only, and especially in ionosphere region, which is the one of the regions. And it is used for direct communication like radio astronomy, space telemetry, satellite and space. Conclusion: the conclusion of helical antenna is we just concluded. We conclude a helical antenna is broadband very high frequency and ultra high frequency, which is basically VHF and UHF. These antennas are right-handed circular polarization, and this antenna can operate in one or two modes, and these two modes are helical and axial and normal modes. This mode helical is normal mode and axial mode as shown in figure. These are the advantage disadvantage applications. The conclusion: this is the helical antenna. Thank you for giving this opportunity.